Welcome to English Literaria, the place of learning and thinking. Before we begin our study, I want you to forget one common idea, that literature is just words written on paper or a collection of old books kept on shelves. No, literature is something much deeper and more meaningful. Think of literature as a sacred record of human life, an autobiography of the human soul. Now, you may ask, why is studying the meaning of literature so important? Why is it more than just an academic subject? The answer is simple. Literature is the only mirror that shows our deepest desires, our greatest pain, and our highest achievements. When we understand literature, we understand human nature itself. Studying literature is not only an intellectual need, but also a spiritual need for anyone who wants to truly live life, not just pass through it. With this thought, let us move to the first slide of our journey. On this slide, we see the beginning of our journey. There's a wooden desk, an old book lying open, and a simple quill beside it. Soft light falls on the pages. Here, we meet Geoffrey Chaucer, known as the father of English poetry. His words guide us. Hold the high way and let thy ghost thee lead. In modern English, this means follow the high path and let your spirit guide you. This idea is the foundation of William J. Long's view of literature. Long tells us that to truly understand literature, we must go beyond memorizing facts and dates. Think of the shell story. A child finds a shell on the beach. He enjoys its shine, its beauty, and the soft sound inside it that reminds him of the sea. He feels joy. Now think of a scientist who breaks the shell to study its chemicals. He learns facts, but the beauty is lost. The child finds music. The scientist finds matter. Long teaches us that literature is not meant to be broken apart. It is meant to be felt and followed with the spirit. And remember, literature is not just written words. It is the autobiography of the human spirit. On the screen, we see a scholar sitting at his desk, thinking deeply. Behind him, history unfolds, factories of an industrial city on one side and peaceful green hills on the other. People from different times and places seem to flow into his mind. A great book is never created alone or in isolation. It is shaped by powerful forces. This idea is explained by Taine's formula, which says that every book is influenced by three main factors: environment, milieu, the social and natural surroundings of the writer; race, the culture, traditions, and inherited qualities of the people; moment, the historical time in which the writer lives. The writer absorbs all these forces and expresses them through words. That is why a book becomes a living record of its age. To understand a book, we must understand the writer's life and the time in which the book was written. Literature is shaped by race, environment, and moment. This is the historical and biographical approach. On this slide, we see two views of the same field. On one side, through the observer's eye, we see men working in a field. It is plain and dull, just grass and labor. On the other side, through the artist's eye, the same field becomes golden and alive. The hay shines in sunlight, full of beauty and feeling. Literature is the artistic record of life. This is what separates it from science and history. Science records facts. History records events. Literature records beauty and emotion. A farmer sees grass as a crop. A poet sees the soul of the grass and feels its story. Science looks at things as they are. Art looks at what they mean. Literature focuses on beauty and emotional truth, not just facts. On this slide, we see Milton's Satan, a fallen angel. Fire, smoke, and chaos rise from his thoughts, showing his inner pain. This slide explains suggestiveness. Literature does not explain everything clearly. Instead, it uses words that awaken imagination. When Milton writes, "Myself am hell," he does not describe a place, yet we understand deep, inner suffering. When Marlowe asks, "Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships?" he helps us imagine a beauty powerful enough to start wars. This is the true role of literature, to awaken feelings and thoughts, not just give information. Art exists to delight the spirit, not only to teach the brain. On this slide, we see a river flowing beside an old printing press. The river has layers. On top floats useless writing. At the bottom lies bad writing. In the middle flows clear, lasting literature. Since printing began, millions of books have been written. Time acts as a filter. Weak works disappear. Great works remain. Shakespeare survives because his writing holds truth and beauty that never fade. Literature that survives for centuries has real truth and lasting beauty.
This slide shows a world map connected by symbols of love, sorrow, prayer, and fear. True literature speaks to all humans, beyond countries and cultures. Human emotions do not change. The prodigal son shows eternal fatherly love. The Iliad shows courage and fear. Job shows suffering. King Lear shows family bonds. We still read ancient works because they speak about us. Human nature never changes, so universal literature never becomes old. Here we see light passing through a prism. Truth enters, and a colorful book comes out. Style is the writer's personality. Every writer sees the world differently. Their experience colors the truth they express. So we get this formula. Literature equals universal truth plus personal style. Style is the personal fingerprint of the author. This slide compares weapons with books. History records actions. Literature records thoughts and dreams. History shows Anglo-Saxons as fighters. Literature shows their love for home, God, and women. To understand people deeply, we must read their literature. Literature reveals inner history, thoughts, and feelings. Here we see Aristotle and Goethe. Aristotle said poetry is higher than history because it deals with universal truths. Goethe said literature connects all humans and removes loneliness. Literature is higher than history because it speaks universal truth. Civilizations fall, but ideals survive through literature. Love, duty, freedom, faith. Books preserve these ideals even when buildings crumble. Literature saves spiritual values when material things are lost. Literature is life expressed in beautiful and truthful words. Remember the 5 tests: artistic, suggestive, permanent, universal, personal style. Memorize all 5 qualities. This slide shows a great library and a ladder upward. To become a true critic, read books about literature, not just literature itself. This sharpens judgment. Criticism helps develop understanding. Literature is the history of the human soul. Read with your spirit, not just your eyes. So, as you move ahead, don't read with your eyes alone. Read with your mind awake and your spirit alert. Let literature speak to you, question you, and change you. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below, what is literature for you? A mirror of your soul or a map for your life? If this session helped you see literature in a new light, show your support right now.
Hit like so this knowledge reaches more learners. Share this with someone who loves books but has never understood their true depth. And subscribe to stay on this journey where we explore literature beyond summaries and into meaning. Until we meet again, keep reading. Thank you.